Hello everyone, I'm Lana from South Florida. Welcome to my channel. Let's check out what is blooming in the garden today. This is what July. Now not so many, but we still have few new blooms here. This is beautiful Vanda hybrid. Bright red with little sparkles, red spots on her. Let's see if I can cover some sun and see if we get a better picture of the spots. I just love her, love. She's branching out so beautifully, lots and lots of flowers for the small plant like this. Look at this gorgeous flower display. Absolutely gorgeous. So this one is, I have a tag here, Cherry Rose Virantanda, and I believe I got it from the Orchid Man, one of the shows. Absolutely love it. Not fragrant. And there is another red beauty, one of my favorite. This is also little Vanda that I bought from Home Depot, the bag baby Vanda, and it's been blooming very often for me. For small plant like that, she started blooming pretty much as soon as I bought her, and there are the old dry spikes that, goodness, as I said, blooms all the time. So that's the name, Vanda Udumachi Beauty. February 22, that's when I bought it. Smaller flowers, but what was the camera? Come on. But a bright, also like rose red color. So pretty. And this one smells so good, so good. Now we get a little bit sunshade here, if we can see. Kind of pink veins on a creamy background with the pink lip. She's small. She was the rescue orchid, so she has a lot of sunburn on her. I don't think it's a fungus, because the new leaves coming nice and green, and the old, whatever was it, doesn't look pretty, but she's recovering. The roots looks nice and plump, and I do have a tag for it. Oh, it just smells so good. Okay, the tag. There we go. Love her. And this is Ploin Pete, I believe. It's been blooming for a while, so lost all his flowers, just three left, but we did cover that. Love it. Very fragrant too. Fresh lemony fragrance. This one on the way out also, and this is Kulvadi fragrance, I believe. It's a purple color, very beautiful. And this one I got just recently from Home Depot. How recently? I'll say maybe in the springtime, and it bloomed. This is first time she's blooming, so she didn't take much time at all. She was a good healthy size, grew lots of new roots, and give me a flower spike was 4 flowers. She already started losing them, but the color is gorgeous. She's not fragrant. I don't know why they call it fragrance. I've been repotting this spring and summer a lot, putting lots of the my potted plants on the in the baskets or the wooden slats like that. This is why not Cattleya that is doing pretty good. There are few new grows. See the nice green roots. So she looks happy. I did put a little bit of the fiber, the coconut fiber on there. She would be doing just fine without it because she had lots of aerial roots already falling out of her pot. This is my very new addition. I just potted yesterday. I took a little trip in Fort Myers, one of the nurseries I saw online. And this is, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous about this one. She had no live roots left, but this is the new growth. Whew, I'm so nervous about her. And it's Duviniana, this is species. Let's see her tag. If I can get the tag here. So I mounted her on this cork. Aria, I wanted her for so long. I found her online at the Orchids and More, the Pelican Valley Farms. So he had one left, and that's when I wanted it, so I got it. I have questions for you guys. This is my beautiful Salageny Russianii, how to say it, which bloomed beautifully, and it started getting these brown leaves. There are no bugs. I sprayed it. There is nothing there. I thought maybe she's getting sunburn, but she was under the shade 50-50. She was doing fine, and then now my old leaves look like that. Maybe too much rain, maybe too much sun. I did put some fertilizer also, but it's since after she got brown, because I thought maybe that's not enough of nutrition, so I put the time relief fertilizer in there, hoping that it will help it. But it looks plumpy, nice and plumpy. All this new growth also got that yellowish and then dry brown leaves. So if anybody knows what to do and what's happening, I will really appreciate some advice. So I moved here in this shady area, hoping that maybe it's the sun. This is Grammatophyllum, doing pretty good. Has 3 new growths. That's a jumbo grand that was blooming this past spring. What else is here? Oh, Mimi Palmer, of course, pretty much always blooming, and the fragrance to die for. Love it, love it, love it. And even her Kiki was blooming, but she's done. And Mommy got 2 flower spikes. Looks like Violetta's going to bloom. I mean, they're starting to get new spikes. What else? This is my Tammy Yummy one that I mounted, and I was super nervous. That's Oncidium type. And I see little new growths starting. That's the growth, and she started getting new roots, little green tips over there, because all these old roots were pretty much dead. I put little time release fertilizer. I got this little baskets online, 100 baskets for $12, I think, but I think you can find them for better price. So a little bit of coconut husk, and I attach her pretty much just with that velcro there. And she's here, morning sun and then shade, a little bit sun she gets on her leaves. Was healthy green leaves, so I'm still super hopeful for it. Shamburgia's getting a spikes here. Pretty soon this one is gonna open. She has another spike in the background there. Those are the bare roots. This one is the bare root. She's pretty much on this wooden flat and no media, and the roots growing down, down, down. So she gets water pretty much every day as the Viandas, rest of the Viandas. This one is in the pot, some media. There's original media. I never repotted it since I got it maybe 3 years ago from Benjamin Orchids. Getting this is Schultzii. This is a species. Very pretty when she blooms. Okay. First, I don't even see the sun glare. Second of all, I know it's not even showing. Schultzii. And bunch of spiking here. I know, it's so bright. The screen is covered. I have a little paper bag there. I'm trying to cover the sun so we can see. I came out today a little later day, but I want to make this video because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do it till next weekend. This is the Calmari, it's hard to tell. I always say it wrong. And this is miniature orchid from Mott's that always blooms. She blooms teeny tiny. She started bloom from the time she arrived. And it's been probably 5th spike on her. That's the little one. Quantum. Okay, please focus. Mott's Quantum. Anyway, it's so hot. I don't want to get stuck on each plant for a long time. Just mounted this one. That one I have for 3 years, I think. Let me see. It was marked as a grandiflora, but it's not. When it started blooming, she bloomed for me this time, first time this year. This is the date I mounted her yesterday. But she's some kind of hybrid. That was her original tag. Okay, it just doesn't want to focus, but I don't want to spend my time here. So it's grandiflora in self, but it's not really the flower, some kind of hybrid. So the wooden part she was growing on rotted totally and she fell off. So and her all roots were gone with it. I had to mounted, no roots left, none. But she has few little buds that might start growing. There are a few of them, so hoping for the best. Usually they are very hardy. She should recover. I have a couple of spikes, those big Viandas. One is beautiful blooming here. Like, see if I can cover the baby with my baby, the sun. So if we can see anything better. Huge flowers. This one also was a Home Depot baby, begged baby, but I probably have her for like 5 years now. I don't know. Somewhere in records I do have the dates when I purchased them and how long I had them and how much I paid them, when and where. I believe she has a tag somewhere. Her roots are massive. I just seen video. Somebody in a nursery were trimming Vianda's roots, and the roots were abnormal. She also, for this baby, okay, let's focus. Her roots going and going and going all the way down there. It's my shadow. Look at that, abnormal, enormous. Oh, this one have 2 spikes. This is the pink variety. What is it? It's actually hybrid, some kind of. It's like a foxtail kind of orchid. Janice Allison. It's like the Celeria blue, but it's pink. This is sunburn. We had just trimmed our palms and it opened up a lot, so I got a lot of sun damage on my orchids, although I didn't, you know, they're still on the same places, but a lot of sunburns leaves, so I'm gonna clean up a little better. They're gonna be okay, but just looks a little bit poorly. And look at this. This one has like 5 spikes. This is a miniature, yeah, I think she's a miniature orchid. This one was from Benjan Orchid. I got it in 2020 August. That's the I'm sorry, more time takes to focus on these little tags, and it's so hot, I'm sweating. New stylus, loose neri from Benjan Orchid. I don't think you guys got to see the tag. It was one big mama with 2 kikis, and I cut it in the pieces, and then I divided it. So there are 3 of them, and the 2 have 2 flower spikes each, and the smallest one didn't get a flower spike this year, but that's okay. We have 4 flower spikes for this little basket. And we're going to see some more flower buds. And here something is blooming. I love this Venta. This is from Benjan Orchid, and I had her before and I lost her. I think I talked about it so many times, I'm not gonna mention it again. And I went back, got this one. I went back there back in May. Okay, I probably need to go around to see her. She blooms all the time, pretty much. One spike is over, the other is coming. I'll come around and we'll check her out. I don't see any flower spikes here. There is another, this little one getting 2 spikes, also pretty new from Home Depot, the baby bag orchid, begged baby orchid, but she's getting new spikes already. And those are my little babies. This was like a division from my original orchid. She was falling apart, and then I just tied her here up on the palm tree with the stocking. And look at this, lots and lots of new growth, and there is 1 flower spike. This is Dendrobium, and it's not gonna grow big. It's really compact Dendrobium. Something happening here, I don't know, look like something. Hot. Little growth starting there. So I'm not sure it's a growth or a flowers. We'll see. This never bloomed for me. Let's go see that orange one here. So there, it's a double plant. This side even worse because of the sun. Let's see. Come here, baby. Gonna catch everything. So I don't know, can we see it? Can we see this beautiful orange little thing? So teeny tiny flowers, but such a happy bloomer. Like each leaves have had old spikes, like this one. And the second one, it had a spike that bloomed out, and it's already formed new one. So I highly recommend it if you're into little miniature Vendas. I mean, she's compact. She's not gonna grow big. Oh, please. Can we get a nice... Yes, there you are. Very bright orange. So beautiful. And we have a tag. He has the tag on the top. Oh, sorry guys, I have to rearrange it in my hand to get the tag. There it is. It's a sacred gold. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Somehow I have to get to it. Come on. There we go. That's the name. Love, love, love her. So she came from Benjan Orchids. And they still have them. Different prices, depends. I got doubles, so it was a little more expensive. There are singles with little kikis, without little kikis, so it would be different in price. Okay, and we have no focus here. I'm so sorry, it's so hot. My camera doesn't want to work. The weed grows like crazy. I am tired weeding. I need to put more rocks here. I think it was a little patch without the rocks. And it's just insane. So many rains and so hot. The weed loves it. There are just a couple of things blooming here. The Encyclia Sirena O'Neill. Very fragrant, very pretty, kind of limeish green color with this beautiful lavender, pinkish lavender lip. Right. There you are. This video is going to be very annoying because of the blurriness. She growing bare roots on that wooden slab. She had another partner here who is not doing so well, but originally she was in this part, the second orchid there, same kind of. She was in the pot and she was not doing well, so I touched her here. She's still not doing well. I don't think she's gonna make it, but that's the separate plant here that's doing pretty well. Love her, love, love, love her. Oh, here is the miniature, oh, kicked something, miniature Phalaenopsis. This is the species Phalaenopsis tetraspes. And the cool thing about it, the different color patterns on the petals. It could be totally red, could be totally white, could be one white, one red, all different pattern on the same plant. Excuse me. So she has quite few flowers, and she's blooming on and off, on and off. Very happy girl. My little miniature, I mean I guess they are miniature Phalaenopsis. They all growing in a moss. I tried mounting them, they didn't do so well. So I have to watch carefully, make sure the moss is fresh enough. What else is blooming here? The few things here that are recovering since I repotted them. I mean, I'm sorry, since I mounted them took them from the pots and mounted them. They all have new growth. They still look a little stressed, but they all have new growth, so I'm happy about it. See new roots. I think I'm overheating already. This one was from the last show that I went. What was it? Redlands, right? Redlands show. That was from. What was it? Oh wait, this one not from Redlands show, but that's also recent purchase. This is from Brethrens. So now she's in a basket. She used to be in a pot, and I can see new green roots or green tips are coming through there. I also put a little bit of coconut moss in there. What else were the redlands ones here? This is the Beringiana, Cattleya Beringiana, that had almost no roots left, but she has 2 new growths. This is the clay pot basket with the clay pebbles mix that I usually use. Alright, lots of things are growing, not so many blooming here. What else? We have a bunch of the Encyclias. There are a lot of mixed hybrids having spikes, so they're gonna bloom sometimes. They're very slow. Slow growing, not bloomers. I mean, it takes a long time for them to open up since the spike starts. The other one is over there. Long spikes here. Hard to see. And let's check out Vendas. The sun-loving Vendas. This one is still blooming. It was such a gorgeous color, but she's on the way out. It was a long blooming. And her sister having a flower spike, so she's on the way to open. It should be exactly the same. I don't know what's happening right here, if somebody chewed on it. Oh, I hope it will open. There's so many flower buds, but the color and the pattern of this baby was so gorgeous. She's just burned out now, but she was so rich purple color. Such a rich purple color. So that's so I looked up at the records. The bundle I got from Mott's Orchids, the 10 orchids bundle. It was last September, so they're a little short of the year, and few of them already starting to bloom for me. So these 2 babies. This one has a little bud there, and more had buds, but I think maybe Thrip got that to him. They got dried out. This one actually bloomed for me. This is third bloom, third spike, and that's from the same batch. So the 2 of them are the same, but the only one of 2 been blooming with the 3rd flower spike. Here's something. I saw a couple of buds, but I think they dried out too. Oh, it's so hot, 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 hot. Now, my couple of my newer ones got sunburned so bad. And I would not say so much sun here. It's just when I got them, they were so dark green when I bought them at the Tamiami show. Very healthy, lots of roots otherwise, but the sunburn on the leaves, they were so dark green color. So I should have started them in a full shade to adapt them. See how much damage. The newer leaves are going to be fine, but those gonna be gone. And she's starting to spike. This was from Tamiyami. I had 4 of them, no ID. And that's what happened. So they probably were growing in a shady area or in a greenhouse, so they were not used to the sun. And when I set them here, and it's like semi-shady, they do get a little more sun later on, but not too bad. And C was enough to burn the leaves just because they were not adapted to my environment. They're gonna be fine. I know they're gonna be ugly for a little bit. Something smells so good here. Oh, this is my baby Dendrobium. It's not a baby, it's a big one. So many flower spikes. And just such a happy plant. such a happy plant. And lots of flower spikes. More blooms are coming here. Look at them. I do need to spray them with the fungicide because, and the pesticide. I use the Orchid for the trip because it's been raining a lot and it's so hot. Just make sure I don't get the bug invasion. This one getting spike again. She blooms pretty often too, but her little sister here, not so little, about the same size, have never bloomed, did not give me one spike or a bud at all. And they are in one pot, got them both at the same time couple years ago, and she's growing fine, nice roots, never blooms. So she gets same care, same sun, same water. It's just some orchids not so readily to bloom, and some are just, you know, very fertile. I don't know what's the difference. I guess it's genetics, who knows. But if you have one orchid that is not blooming for you, just be very patient. Hopefully one day she wakes up. Alright, I want to show a couple of dendrobiums before I'll be done with the video. Couldn't pass Miss Joaquin with this beautiful display, if we can see. Holy moly, just doesn't want to work for me, huh? There we go. She's still blooming like crazy. What a beautiful, beautiful display. Yeah, she's been blooming for a while, so that's the Miss Joaquin. Red orchid, which loves the full sun. So let's get inside. Just a few dendrobiums blooming here. One of my favorite, the eggplant color or plum color. She has 6 flower spikes. Oops, sorry, noisy. This is Oncidium. Howard's Dream, I think. Little burned out by the sun. The color, yeah, if they're on the sun, they get burned out. If you keep them more in the shade, she will last longer. And there is a yellow antelope type hybrid. Now, when she starts opening up, she looks very lemonish color. There's two new spikes here, but then with time she's more whitish yellowish tips, more brighter yellow tips, a little bit something pinkish in the throat there, but very pretty. I just love dendrobiums, just the way the flowers last for so long, and that they bloom from the old spikes and I mean new canes and old canes. They can rebloom so many times. And this is my Yummy purchase, which I thought I got different plant. I guess I didn't look at the tag. It was in the same row. This is the Wild Kid golden red star. But she was not blooming, but with the flower spike, and there was other Oncidiums that was more red, bright red leaf. That was I was looking at. So I grabbed different. Apparently, didn't even look at the tag, but it is pretty. It has a huge, very vibrant spike, and then blooming for me, so I'm happy. and lots of dendrobiums here that I repotted, and they're doing so well with the new growth, and some starting to give me flower spikes, and a big Grammatophyllum, the one that lost a lot of leaves and when it was cold spell, getting lots of new growth. So look at this greenery, it's recovering so well. Ginormous. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. It was a very hot experience. And I hope you all having great holiday weekend. Till we see.